This is MJ. I love Tokusatsu, and right now it's time for me to talk about Kamen Rider Shinobi Episode 3. I've got a little bit of a review, a little bit of an analysis, a little bit of speculation in this episode. So, for the review, I'm going to say that I liked all three episodes. Shinobi was fun. It was silly. It lost, any threat of being super serious. And, actually, that's not true. It looked like it lost any threat of it being super serious by this story being covered in the three episodes, really being a side story more than anything else. There were some important things that happened for the characters, like Rentaro figuring out that, I don't know if he knew that Hattori, or that Ichi, he figured out that Ichi and Hattori are one and the same, but I don't know that Hattori was a problem for him beforehand. Yeah, anyway, so I don't know how big of a deal that was, because I kind of think Ichi and Hattori, if you can take them independently, would probably see Shinobi as more of a rival to them than he would see them as a rival to him, if that makes any sense, the way I structured that sentence. Anyway, it was all about love, or all about affection, or capturing a woman's heart, Iroha's heart. Even the Dark Ninja was just focused on trying to win her heart by taking out Shinobi, which is pretty hilarious. It makes me wonder who he is in, the non-ninja life, which, if you can have a non-ninja life in the world of Shinobi, and how he knew her, and how he determined that she was infatuated with Shinobi. Maybe she talks about it a lot, because she, kind of talked about it a bit casually with the guys. So I guess I wouldn't be surprised if she talked about it and this guy overheard it. So I know that's kind of funny. But then at the end, you got Gold Dude, Mr. Frog, coming out of the picture, and that becomes a thing. So I don't know. There's kind of a twist there, where the show had faked you out and said, "Hey, we're not serious. It's just jokey. It's all about romance and love and whatnot." And then, well, maybe it is serious. I don't know. I don't know if they felt like they had to keep the stakes low to justify all the switching around and the fighting, but, last time Hattori was on the side of the Dark Ninja to fight Shinobi, and then this time he was fighting to protect Rentaro. Yes? No? I don't know. Oh, he was fighting because the Dark Ninja revealed himself as a rival for Iroha's affection, so then he decided to fight him. And then there's this bit where... well, anyway. I guess I was going to talk about him stealing, but that falls into recap. I'm not doing that. I didn't talk about the Dark Ninja's design much last time, but I think it's cool. It's funnier to me, or stranger to me, that he has such a design when he is just a guy who wants this girl. He doesn't have any... Well, how's he summoning? I guess Hattori can summon stuff when he henshins, and Shinobi can summon people too. But anyway, it doesn't really make sense. But it's okay, because it's more of a joke and more of a thing for a lark. So I'm not gonna, try to challenge the continuity of it or anything like that, because that'd be stupid. That's not what I'm about. I'm about having fun with the stuff, especially when it's as entertaining as this. So, yeah. Anyway, I was gonna say though, his design with how death it is. He's got the skull on his forehead, and he's got the very skeletal chest and those nipple rings and stuff. It's a very hardcore design, and it seems funny that he wouldn't just have a more refined, a cool ninja outfit if he's just a guy looking for love. But maybe he's a bad guy too. That'd be funny if he actually was part of this dark or this evil organization, and he was a bad guy, but he was just in love with this girl, or infatuated with her, and he kind of went off the mandate because of that. That'd be entertaining. Anyway, so the show does some, not cliche, but standard Tokusatsu Kamen Rider things where there's more than one rider. You get to see the multiple or double rider henshin, which is a classic move when Hattori and Shinobi are finally on the same side against Dark Ninja. And I know, it's a lot of fun. I mean, I didn't complain about it. I just stated the fact that it's something that gets done and done again. But it gets done and done again because, it looks good and it's fun, and there's a good reason behind it. Again, I really love the use of the dustards. I definitely think it's a great design, and it was too bad we didn't see them more in Forza, but thankfully they're here. And the fights were dynamic and good and a lot of fun, but you got some really cool angles, you got some, like the camera was sitting under Dark Ninja and Shinobi while they were fighting, and that was really fun. The screenshot I took, you can see like the rubber sword is bending, but that's okay because it's kind of funny. But you don't notice it in action, so and that's the real important part. And you don't want these people hurting each other. Come on. What is this, boxing? No, we want these people to be, fit and healthy and able to keep doing all these cool things so we can keep watching it and enjoying it. So, while somewhat reduced to a damsel in distress role, I really think Iroha had a pivotal role to play in the show. Like, she is kind of the reason for everything to be happening in the narrative. Like, Dark Ninja is in love with her, Ich is in love with her, Ren's protecting her, he also happens to be in love with her, infatuated with her, whatever, and, that's, he also lives a daily life with her, and living that daily life with her as brother and sister, which is weird, but anyway, he's exposed to her ideas and her thoughts and her ingenuity, and that's what enables him to defeat the Dark Ninja ultimately, and that's also what makes him more of a threat, or more of a tool to be used by Senor Frog at the end there, which I'll get to in a little bit. But like, she's a really competent martial artist, ninja, kunoichi, if you will, and she is brave and determined and clever. She stands up to Dark Ninja to protect Rentaro when she sees that he's in danger, which she legitimately does protect him, which is really great to see. She didn't run for help when all those guys turned out to be dustards. She tried to fight them as best she could, and it's really laudable. And then at the end, it turns out that she has the scroll, and she wins the year's supply of rice for them, which is something they need because they're impoverished. And then, she's hard on Rentaro when he skips out on his work and, gets in trouble and stuff because they need that money coming in, and she's, serious about that. And I don't know, it's really cool. I feel like she gets to be a very dynamic female character, even without, being a writer or anything like that, and, not defeating any of the... I don't think she defeated maybe one of the Dustards, but probably not. But, she stood her ground, and she tried to. But I think these are superhuman ninja people, which makes sense why only, a superhuman ninja like Shinobi would be able to really have a fair fight against them. So I thought she was really great, and it's funny how she's, like I said, she's like the center of this universe, at least for this little side story, but who knows where else the story of Shinobi would go. So, that's all I wanted to say about Iroha. Iroha Kagura, the princess of, the Dark Ninja, or the Rainbow Serpent Clan. Another thing is, I wonder what happens when she turns 18, because it's a story detail that Ren's like, I'm going to protect her until she turns 18. I'm hoping that wasn't some sort of weird joke, but I don't think that 18 is a significant a number as it is in the West for certain things. Anyway, the little twist at the end was really fun, where this the frog comes out of the the painting or the scroll and begins revealing that he has some sort of machinations, and he might use Rentaro for something, some evil purposes or whatever. So that was pretty cool. And then we get this interesting flash of a bunch of other ninjas that are themed after, I can't quite tell what, but it almost made me think about Ryuki, because their whole Rider War thing, and the multiple riders, and this guy's got a gourd too, and whatever. And I don't know, these are just really cool looks. I don't think any of these suits. I think they're all just drawings or illustrations. So yeah, I think they're just illustrations, which is probably wise, because they don't have that much budget left for the whole project. But I thought that was a neat way to end it, and add some suspense, and maybe it ties into the Rider Time Ryuki. I don't know if it does, it doesn't, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But it's just kind of a fun thing for me anyway. But I had some questions for you. How did you like that Dark Ninja twist about him being in love with her? Who was Mr. Frog at the end? If you know, I would love to know. And then, who do you prefer, Shinobi or Hattori? If you enjoyed this and want to help me grow my channel and my audience, you can give me a thumbs up and share this. It'd be really appreciated. You can subscribe and ring that bell to get notifications whenever these are released here on YouTube, and then on mjmunoz.com there's an RSS for this, and it's also linked below in the description. And if you want to help me do more of this work, you can support me on coffee.com/mjmunoz. Thank you very much. Now go on and go do that Toku thing that you do so well.